Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. Joining us for this segment, we have Smoon-Young Kim, Senior Portfolio Manager at Mirae Asset Global Investments. She joins me to discuss the world's first NASDAQ 100 daily covered call target premium ETF. Smoon-Young, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Hi, Jill. Thank you for having me here again.
The launch of the world's first NASDAQ 100 daily covered call target premium ETF. Can you tell us what is a daily covered call ETF and how is it different from a traditional covered call ETF?
Yeah, thanks. I think it's been like 2 years since I've been on this interview. It was when we first launched our Tiger NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF in 2022. I'm very excited to be back here to introduce our new and innovative covered call version. As you've mentioned, our first innovation here comes from the daily covered call strategy. The daily covered call means that we sell options with 24 hours expiry every day, and this is kind of a zero DT strategy. And it's relatively a new strategy, which became fully available when, since 2022, I think, when NASDAQ listed the weekly option expiring every day. Daily covered call, rather than weekly or monthly, gains higher amount of premium since shorter dated options reflect market movements more efficiently. And hence, we could say that this is the most evolved version of a covered call strategy in the market. The second difference we have is that we sell options to a target premium rather than at 100% notional amount, which is usually done, and we target an annual yield here of 15% from option premiums and then limit the number of options sold. And since we use daily options, we were able to lower the amount of options sold around to 10% of the notional value. And actually, the average number of percentage of options sold since 2022 is at around 9%. In other words, we open up a room for extra capital gain on NASDAQ 100 on the rest of the 90% of stock exposure.
What was the idea behind pioneering this new ETF, which targets a 15% annual income, and why do you think investors would be interested?
Well, with our new launch, I think we could say that we tried to overcome the two main uncomfortable stereotypes that investors have about the covered call ETFs. The first stereotype here is that covered call ETFs have a cap on capital gain and can't follow the market growth. So, and the second one is that due to the cap on the capital gain, after monthly cash flow, investors worry that their principals could shrink in time. So first, we tried to minimize these downsides with two main advancements. And the first one is, as I mentioned, daily option rules. We did this to maximize option income. And as for covered call ETFs, the most conventional way was still, and actually is, to still sell options once a month. And this can give the strategy more stability, but less income compared to selling shorter dated options. The shorter the option maturity, the greater the decrease in time value, and allowing shorter dated options to hold higher premium. So this means that as we sell daily options every day, yields to higher income compared to selling monthly options every month. So by selling daily options, we try to engage in option premiums with max efficiency. And this is where it leads to our second part of the innovation, target premium strategy. So we actually pioneered this target premium ETF strategy in the Korean market. And we did this to secure both option premium and upside to capital gain. So what we do here is that at every option roll, instead of covering the whole notional amount of the fund with call options, we sell the traditional we only sell options that is necessary to meet our target annual yield of 15%. To sum this up, we sell to a target of around 6 bips of premium every day, which is 15% divided by 252 days a year. And since daily options hold high premium, the average amount of options we sell here is around 9%. And as a result, this opens up the cover call cap to and increases the NASDAQ 100 exposure to over 90%, which we think this is an innovative increase in the market delta while using cover call income strategy.
Soo-Myung, what are your views on future demand in this new ETF in Korea?
Actually, on a quick note, there's this phrase The Economist used a few weeks ago to mention cover call ETFs. It's called boomer candy. They mentioned that in the US, cover call ETFs, which utilizes options to provide cash flow, have become a major investment vehicle for retiring baby boomers. And going on that note, we have high hopes for this fund to grow at a fast pace because we see that this ETF is the perfect fit for the increasing retiring population in Korea. A majority of the baby boomers are already approaching retirement, and there is an increasing number of young population targeting to financial independence to retire early. So when people get ready to retire, they seek investment vehicles that can provide routine cash flow. So some people may invest in real estate for monthly rent, and some people may choose to invest in stocks and then sell whenever they need cash flow. So this is where we tried to provide an evolved version of a vehicle that gives out regular cash flow. So that's where investors actually do not have to sell their assets. And Tiger NASDAQ 100 plus 15% premium daily option utilizes daily NASDAQ 100 options to provide an average market delta over 90 and also gives out cash flow. This is going to allow investors to follow NASDAQ 100's capital gain and also at a high percentage with the open up delta, and they can also get high dividend yields so they could use as cash flow after retirement. And we believe that combining NASDAQ 100's innovative portfolio, and which is very growth oriented actually, and with monthly income, we think this product actually does have the full potential to be positioned as the Korean boomer candy.